Good morning, everyone. We've already finished preschool today. We had the letter X, we did the Pledge of Allegiance, sang some songs. This afternoon we are going to do second grade. That would entail the Chromebooks, so I'm not really sure how that's all going to work, but we'll figure it out. So my mom was a preschool teacher and a fourth grade teacher. She never taught any of us kids. She decided to be a housewife and then went back to teaching preschool after we were older. My mom never did help me with schoolwork. You'd think, oh, your mom was a teacher. You probably had help from her all the time. And I'm not trying to sound big-headed or anything, and she wrote it in several of her memoirs. She didn't help me because I probably could explain it to her better. School was easy for me. I absorbed everything, and it was... So school was a piece of cake for me, but now I get to be the smart-ass kid. My mother was taken to the ER one time. She was in her 80s, and they called me and said, Mom's in the ER. And I was all worried because she had health issues, and I'm like, well, what's wrong? Is they bringing her down here? No, she had some discharge and got scared and had my brother take her into the ER, and they went in and they checked and they found an IUD. A 45-year-old IUD. Well, when asked, she said, well, we didn't have the money at the time to take it out. And then I forgot about it. You forgot about this? So my first thought was, well, that's why I didn't have any more brothers and sisters. And then my second thought was, ooh. 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 And then I was thankful my mother didn't go to any airport and walk through a metal detector, because she would have lit that thing up like a Christmas tree. So this piece of metal was removed from her. And mind you, they were metal back then, not like plastic nowadays. And she couldn't bring herself to talk about this with any of us children. These kind of things were just too much for her to talk about. It's not like we didn't know what these things were. So like I was saying, it's not like we didn't know what these things were used for. But my mother, she couldn't even bring herself to talk about the sex talk with us when we were kids. When I was in fourth grade, I got a little paper bag with some feminine hygiene products and brochures in it. Well, later I found out the brochures came from our pastor. Now, if you think I could look at him in the face after realizing that these things came from him, forget it. I couldn't even go to that church anymore. I started going to the church in a neighboring town. I was so humiliated to think that our pastor gave me this, because my own mother couldn't talk about it. She probably went to him and said, what am I supposed to say? And he handed her brochures. Now you know why I'm the way I am.